Good morning. Welcome to another edition of PreMarket PulseScan with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports that we place in your hand each and every trading day. I got to tell you, man, I'm excited this morning. It is FOMC day. You never really know what's going to happen, what you're going to see, what you're going to hear, how the markets are going to respond. There's so much unknowns going on right now. And then on top of that, we got craziness going on in the world today, man. Crazy stuff is happening. It seems like I just can't keep up with all the news cycle events, man. They're just all over the place with it. All right, so first and foremost, before we get all up into that, along with the special announcement that I will be giving, let's get the business part out the way. All right. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Go ahead and smash that like button. What up, Mark? What up, Fran? What up, Tom? What up, man? What up? How y'all doing? Here we go. Overnight markets. That's what we always start off. Overnight markets, and then we jump into the overnight market news before we get busy. All right, so here we go. Right now, Dow futures up 97 points, trading at 28,005. Looking at the NASDAQ 100, we're up 4.25 points at 11,454 half. Looking at the E-mini S&P 500, we're up 11.5 points at 3406 half. Russell My Hustle up 7.2 points at 1543.4. The mighty Bitcoin Futures Composite Index is flirting this morning. It's flirting. 30, flirty, and thriving. Forgot the name of that movie, but that was a saying in the movie. It was hilarious. But it's flirting this morning with 11,000. Flirting with that 11,000 handle. Right now, we're up 170 bucks, trading at 10,985. Nat gas off 3 cents at $2.32. Looking at the crude oil futures, wow, we're up $1.05 per gallon in crude oil this morning, traded at $39.32 a barrel. Okay. Looking at the long bond, it's up 17.30 seconds, trading at 177 and 1/32. Looking at gold futures, up $13.60 this morning at $1,979.70 per ounce. Silver up 11 cents an ounce this morning, trading at $27.58 per ounce. The US dollar index is falling apart again this morning. We're back below the 93 handle, trading at 92.85 in the US dollar. Definitely on the watch list today is the US dollar, gold, silver, Bitcoin, bonds, and oil, and the NASDAQ. All of the above are on the chopping block this morning, and I can't wait to get busy. That's right. I can't wait to get busy. All right. Looking at the euro dollar, we're up 8 pips at 118.86. Pound sterling up 89 at 129.93. Aussie is up 19 pips at 73.29. We got the Canadian slipping 4 pips, trading at 131.79. Euro yen down 52 pips at 124.40. Dollar yen down 63 pips at 104.82. And the Kiwi is up 27 pips at 67.40. Switching over to food, we got soybeans up 6.25 points this morning at 9.97 3/4, trying to climb back up above that $10 handle just a day or two ago. Corn right now is off half a point at 3.65 half, and wheat is down 2.75 points at 5.35 half. All right, switching over now, taking a look at the news for the overnight markets. Let's see here. Warren Buffett backed cloud unicorn Snowflake sets $3.4 billion in record-breaking software IPO. Snowflake netted that much? Good grief. Cloud startup Snowflake raised a record-breaking $3.4 billion on Wednesday in the largest ever initial public offering for a software company on Wednesday, kicking off a big week for technology firms going public this week. The OECD warns the world economy will collapse by 4.5% this year in its worst slowdown since World War II. The global economy faces the prospect of the most dramatic collapse this year since the Second World War as the coronavirus pandemic, ridiculous lockdowns have caused rampages through the world population. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development said on Wednesday. UK inflation hits lowest level since 2015 after government's dining out scheme cut prices at restaurants. UK inflation hit a 5-year low in August, in part thanks to a government scheme that cut the price of dining out. All right, let's see what else we got here. Spotify has torn into Apple again, this time over the new Apple One subscription bundle. Spotify has accused Apple of anti-competitive behavior following the announcement of Apple One, a subscription bundle that ties together existing services including Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, and Apple Arcade. All right, for those of you sleuths that follow Apple, help a brother out. Since when does going about your day-to-day business of rolling out new products and services interfere with what another company is doing? I fail to see that connection of, anti-competitive behavior. If you're going to call someone a monopoly, you gotta have your ducks in a row. You just don't go throwing that word around. Apple, now I'm no Apple fan. You already know that. All right, Apple has screwed me in the computer space, enough. So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm done with them on that regard. But I do like their iPod. I do have an Apple iPod that I use. I love it. My wife has an Apple iPad thing. She loves it. I'll give them that. But as far as their desktops, never again. But I don't see why Spotify has a problem with Apple One rolling out a bundle service that ties together their Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, and Apple Arcade. What are they supposed to do? Roll out a new technology or new service that puts Spotify in there and maybe adds a 6-pack of Coke with every purchase of Pepsi? I mean, what? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Oh, global stocks are mixed. Most Asian benchmarks close lower, while European markets are under pressure. In the U.S., we got a rise of between 0.1 and 0.4% at the start of trade today. On the economic front, we got U.S. August retail sales, EIA crude oil inventories, and of course, the one, the only, the statement on monetary policy from the Federal Reserve at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time. Be there or be square. All right, followed by a press conference at 2:30. So markets will be reacting based on that 2 o'clock information and then reacting even more once he opens his mouth and starts talking at 2:30. So that's all today. We will be doing a live FOMC straight up. We're gonna go live. Now, this is the way the live FOMCs normally work. If we got action and the markets are just doing whatever, then we're gonna stay live until 2:30 when he starts speaking, and we will stay live for the majority of, if not the entire press conference. This depends on market reaction from the get-go. If we have a muted market reaction, meaning at 2 o'clock they say what they say, market really doesn't react 10 minutes after, then I'll probably just go ahead and cut that because there's nothing to see here, and then we'll just come back later on. If the market is bugging, let's say he says something crazy during the press conference that wasn't in the minutes that came out at 2 o'clock, then of course I will come back live and we'll deal with that. All right, so that's what we got going on today. Live FOMC 2 o'clock. Be there, be square. I'll be going live. Now, another alert, I will be going live right after this broadcast. We have a special live trading webinar for our PulseWave subscribers. If you are a paying monthly subscriber to the PulseWaves, you will be able to attend this live webinar. I believe you should be able to access it directly from the dashboard. If not, just come on into the trading room and get the link or whatever. All right, somebody will hook you up. Yeah, we're going to be going over just a couple of things. I made some changes, some additions, and I want to go over it with you. I want everyone to be prepared because we know what's about to happen. I did warn you guys the other day, starting Monday. I warned you. I told you this was FOMC week. I warned you to be prepared for volatility. I even gave you a roadmap if you were paying attention. I told you what was going to happen. I told you that pullback correction was afoot. I said, normally markets like to rally into the Fed announcement. And I said, there's that 25% possibility that we could actually, crash until yesterday's close, pull back heavy. I did warn you of that. Then I came back and I said, there's also a 95% chance of this event happening between Friday and Monday. All that stuff is depending on what happens today with the Fed situation and how the markets close. All right. I don't just talk to hear myself talk. I don't just throw information and pull it out of the air. When I tell y'all these things, I'm telling you for a reason. I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to throw you a bone. I'm trying to, peep you the game. All right. So you can be prepared so you don't get punched in the face. All right. By these markets. Because right now it's all machines, algorithms in there, banging it out, making the markets move up and down. Okay. So that's what's up. All right. So my man Digital in the live chat says, so if Apple charges companies bug fees to be in their store and there is no other way onto the device, so if Apple rolls out competitive services and controls the marketplace, that is uncompetitive. But there's always Android, so really can't say it's a monopoly. Yeah. Okay, Chris says Digibyte is up 11% in the last 24 hours. Yeah, I could see them saying that if Apple was like the only thing in town, but you do have Android. And you do have all these other services. Babe, what's the one you we subscribe to, listen to in the car? What's that? What was that? SoundCloud. Yeah, there's SoundCloud. Okay, so you got SoundCloud. You don't have to, say, well, I only want to have Apple. You got SoundCloud. There's so many music and, video services out there. You don't just have to, use one thing. Now, I know Apple is, tied to Apple products, but not everybody uses Apple products. Some people use Android products. See what I'm saying? So I don't really see that anti-competitive thing. This ain't Ma Bell back in the 80s. All right. This ain't that. That's why I fail to see that connection. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I think that they are just mad right now because Apple is so big, but so is Amazon. Are they going to attack Amazon next because it's getting so big? Look, it's not their fault that people allowed them to get so big. People allowed Amazon to get so big because Amazon started providing all these fly services. Fly services. You know what I'm saying? Fly. You mean I ain't got to get off my lazy boy couch? I can just let my fingers do the walking? Remember that old Yellow Pages commercial? Let your fingers do the walking when you stop. Remember that? So if that's the case, I can't be mad at Amazon. Amazon's telling me I don't have to leave my house. Then they got even more fly. They got funky, fresh fly on you and said, I mean, they start styling on you. They said, yo, peep this. Yo, homie, let me holler at you for a minute. I was like, yeah, what's up? What's good? He said, look, you know how you don't have to leave your couch and I deliver you whatever you need, right? I said, yeah, you do. I mean, you don't deliver everything I need. I still got to go to the grocery store. He was like, nah, player, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You ain't got to do that no more. I will go grocery shopping for you and deliver the food to your house. Come on, man. You gonna be mad at them for that? Why didn't anyone else come up with that idea? Well, the truth be told, they did. I remember when Peapod first came out with Giant Food, the Giant Food grocery store, and they had their little Peapod delivery thing. It really didn't take off in the beginning. It really didn't, because number one, a lot of people didn't really trust it. They had issues. You would give them a grocery list, and they wouldn't necessarily get you everything that was on your list, or they would sometimes get creative. You say you wanted this particular brand of peanut butter, and they give you something else because that one wasn't available. Instead of just not buying it, they buy you something that you don't want or don't like. So that was many, many, many moons ago. But now, I mean, you just go online. There's a thing you can do your own shopping and put in your cart, and there's all types of little things you can add and say, I don't want this, don't do this, don't all these little things, and it's extremely convenient. So they have blown up because of it, and then they got smart, like a lot of big firms do. They started buying other businesses, other firms, things that have nothing to do with their line of business, just to diversify their portfolio. You can't be mad at that either. That's not a monopoly. If a wealthy buyer wants to buy something and they have the money to buy it, should they not be able to buy it? If you want to buy a car, should you not be able to buy that car without someone screaming, hey, that's a monopoly? That individual already has 20 cars. If he buys one more, he'll have 21. That's a monopoly. It's not fair that he has 21 cars and I don't even have a car. I have to ride the bus. That's a monopoly. We can't allow him to do that. You see the nonsense with that? It's just nonsense. But here's something that is not nonsense. This is actually real, and you can't make this stuff up. These are facts. Are you ready? Here's a factoid for you. Who would have thunk it? Kim Kardashian breaks the market. Kim Kardashian broke the market. How in the world? What are you talking about? How can Kim Kardashian break the internet? Well, she did. Facebook tumbled after Kim Kardashian tweeted out that she is freezing her Facebook and Instagram accounts and asked 67 million of her followers to join her. Quote, please join me tomorrow when I will be freezing my Instagram and Facebook account to tell Facebook to stop the hate for profit hashtag. Wow. Now that's what you call being an influencer. When one little tweet can break a stock, can crash the market. Yeah, that's pretty powerful. Now, back in the day before the USA turned into the USARR, if an individual did that, they could be brought up on charges from the SEC for market manipulation. Don't forget, your boy went to prison for that in the first Wall Street movie. He went to jail. Because back in the day, before there was the internet, before there were smartphones, before there was social media, before any of that, we had a thing called a landline where it was a device, a big, bulky device called a telephone. And it had a cord that you would plug into the back of it. And then that cord would plug directly into your wall. All right. That was then attached to another cord that ran to the back of your house to a box called a NID, N-I-D. All right. And then that was all of your connectivity with the phone in your house, in the different rooms in your house, etc., etc. And so your boy would pick the phone up and say, yo, call homie over there, let him know we're about to operate in XYZ stock. Now he gets on the horn, tell his people, yo, we about to operate. And it's this big old phone tree that even though you only have 5 individuals on the phone, those 5 individuals may represent 5,000 people. And when they say go, their clan goes and jumps in on it. And now you got this market moving event happening in XYZ stock. That was called market manipulation. And they could even hit you with insider trading, depending on the circumstances, and the SEC would come and lock you up. All right, that's called market manipulation. You could not do that. All right. You have blue sky laws and other types of banking laws and other rules and regulations, and yeah, they will lock you up. But now Kim Kardashian can say, I'm about to boycott Facebook and Instagram. And instead of her having, a couple of hundred or 1,000 people network, she got 67 million. That's 67 million. That creates panic selling in Facebook, and now I don't hear the SEC where they at. You can't make an announcement like that that's going to affect the stock in a market. You're not supposed to be able to do that. So somewhere down the line, either the laws and rules and regulations got relaxed or thrown in the trash, or they just decided we're not going to play by the rules anymore, and we will be selective in our enforcement. All right. People are going to prison on a regular basis. The SEC is investigating people. The Department of Justice is coming down on people right and left for market schemes. And Kardashian can make a public announcement about a particular company that is a publicly traded company, and 67 million of her followers bring down a stock. But that's okay. It makes me wonder if you or I did that. If I came out here on this channel and I say, you know what, I want to boycott XYZ company because I don't like the way the CEO's name sounds. And let's say I have 67 million subscribers on YouTube, and all of us do that, and all of a sudden the stock drops and plummets, goes to zero. I wonder how long it would be before YouTube banned me and, the SEC came knocking at my door. So something doesn't feel right here about this. Now, the reason why I say something doesn't feel right here is because it looks like the company it looks like Zuckerberg is being punished. And here's why I say that, because at the same time that Kim K made her announcement, well, it just so happens by coincidence, a coinky dink, that Facebook is also plunging because a report that the FTC is preparing possible antitrust lawsuits against the company by year end. So you got Kim K saying, yo, 67 million, let's go do what we do. And then you got a report saying the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, is now planning on coming after Mr. Zuckerberg's company for antitrust. See what I'm saying? What a coinky dink that all this is happening simultaneously. Now, I'm no Zuckerberg fan. Please don't get that twisted. However, and I'm not long Facebook, full disclosure, I have no short or long position, no position of any kind in Facebook while I'm talking. I am just saying that it does sound a little, suspicious that these things are happening like simultaneously. Now, the stock was due to go down anyway. All right. No stock just runs up and ignores its gaps, ladies and gentlemen. or ignores its pointers. How many times do I have to say that? Pointers and gaps always get reconciled eventually. The sooner is always the better. The longer it takes, the more the stock breaks. And that's what happened here. And if you look, you'll see that all the old gaps have been reconciled now based on this incredible plunge. See what I'm saying? I know Zuckerberg was probably saying to himself, where's the plunge protection team when you need the most? Nope, we don't have those kind of operators anymore where your stock's getting rated and you got your buddies in high places coming to your rescue and helping to prop your stock up by buying enormous amounts of blocks of shares. All right? Not what really happened. Not what really happened. So, again, I'm no fanboy of the stock. I am neither long nor short the stock. I am just saying that it is rather suspicious that these two things are coming out, back to back. That's all I'm saying. Just something you may want to look into if this particular news story affects you. Another thing, though, that should not be ignored either is that before all this broke, if you were a subscriber to the Pulse Waves, you would have been alerted on September the 3rd that it was time now to short the stock. That was your confirmation of shorting the stock. That was your crash alert warning. Prior to that, on August the 27th, you got another warning. That was your warning before that warning of getting short that particular market. And prior to that, you got other signals that something was not altogether correct. But yeah, see, you would have been known. And this had nothing to do with news. This is just the way the algorithms are working, because I am a firm believer that the market tells you what's going on even when you're not quite clear or sure what is going on. The market got your back. All you got to do is learn to listen to the price action. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You just have to know where to look. All right. So with that being said, let's get ready now for our webinar. It's going to be real quick. I ain't going to keep you long. I just want to go over a few things with you so that you can understand how you need to move going forward. All right. So I'll see you guys at the 2 p.m. FOMC, and do what you got to do. Handle your business. Move those stops. Lock in profit if you have it. And I'll see you guys at 2 o'clock. All right. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.